Hey everyone, Lensman Oz here, and welcome to another first look game. This time it is Occupy Mars the game. Now this is a beta copy, and I got it through the developers of the game. So it is developed and published by Pyramid Games. It is slated for release in Q1 this year. So obviously anytime January to March is technically Q1. So let's just quickly read the blurb on Steam and follow the links down below to check it out yourself. Survive and colonize Mars in a highly technical, open world sandbox game. Build and upgrade your base, discover new regions, conduct mining operations, retrieve water, generate oxygen, grow crops, and fix broken parts. Now, it's kind of taxing on the old computer system here. And I'm hoping everything is recording okay. Things are not reacting the way they should for me, but we'll continue on and see how we go. First things first, I'm gonna start a new game. Now I did try this out in between. I'm just gonna pop it on. I'm assuming this is the lowest difficulty level, and we're gonna go from there. We'll leave it. I don't know about leaving it as tourist. Scientist is fine. Okay, we're gonna land. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter where we land. Cerberus is fine. I'm not gonna put a seed in. I just want to start with some basic resources. And gonna click start here. Now I probably will put a couple of cuts in here to ensure that it is recording. And the only reason I say that is it's really hammering my GPU, which is cool because graphically it does look quite amazing once you're in the game, especially in the distance. But I'm just watching my recording software and things like, graphs and stuff aren't moving the way they should. So I'm going to let this generate. Oh, it's as quick as that, actually. We're going to go with that. Let's watch the intro.
Landing sequence completed.
Alrighty. Hey, we're in the game. So, again, I'm just watching my monitoring software. Cool. So you can see down in the bottom right-hand corner, we've got some tasks to do. There's not a lot in this beta version, and I've got through most of them. And it did take a little bit of, working stuff out as I did things. But yeah, so far, I think I'm across what I need to do. So it wants us to take the blowtorch, which is this guy here. And you can sort of right-click to put things away. It wants us to take the grinder, which will be that one. And it wants us to take the jackhammer. There you go. And the spectral analyzer, which I think is this guy. Spectral detector thing. That's the one. Okay, so let's really quickly go I for inventory. Small plants crate. No, I don't want that there. I want... Where is my spectral analyzer? It's here. So... I haven't found a use for the jackhammer yet. Maybe I will. Let's just swap this over for the moment. Cool. So it wanted us to do that, and it wants us to collect items for build from all capsule shells. So it wants us to pop open these drawers and collect up some of the materials that's in here, because we're going to need them to build certain things as we go. Now, as it said in the blurb, it's a very technological game. There's a lot of things that it wants us... Oh, didn't mean to drop that on the floor. Cool. There's a lot of things it wants us to do and complete through, if that makes sense. So let's just put all that stuff away. That's all it really wants us to do. I do tend to pick up the food. Cool. And I will grab some cable and some pipe, and you'll see why eventually. Cool. I think that's everything for the moment. Okay, so we've opened the door. All your stats are at the top of your screen there, so you can see outside it's negative 27 degrees. Got a little bit of a top right hand corner. We've got some controls for how we're playing. It's 9:44 on a Thursday, and we're outside on Mars. So there's our little rovery dude over there. So there's a bit of, looks like some stuff way out in the distance, and I have not travelled out into the distance to see what else is around. What it wants us to do now is actually collect some of these boxes. So you can pick up any box. Sorry, one of the smaller ones. So that's a 3D printer. Oop, should have left clicked. Oop, there we go. So you can pick up all these boxes. We do need them. Need a transformer. And it all comes down to how much room you've got in your inventory. I've got 4 more spots. I'm going to pick up the workshop. Battery pack's fine. The well, because we're going to need to do that in a second. And again, just because I've seen a little bit further ahead, I know roughly what I'm after. I will come back over here and pick stuff up, so it's not the end of the earth. Hydroponic shelf, composter, no. Field, okay. Grab this too. Okay, so what it wants us to do is it wants us to equip our spectral detector. So that is number 3 at the moment. Nope, that's number 6. My bad. So here's number 6. And it wants you to, while you're holding it, you can see the best water is over there. Now it just wants you to push Y. And that tracks the spot, I guess. So now we can push map. And over here, here's our water spot. Right click, track. Give it a color. Cool. Now we need to go over there. Next thing it wants us to do is jump in our little rovery dude here. Look at all those buildings in the distance there. Again, I haven't gone and checked those things yet, so maybe once I run out of things I need to do, we'll go and check them out. Let's jump in our little vehicle here. And it wants us to drive over here. Cool. Again, I don't need too much. Just right click to get out of there. Cool. Okay, so here's our water spot. We want to equip number 6 again. So here's our spot. Now it wants us to build a well. Now remember I picked up a well earlier. So we can find the one that's the well. That one. Let's put it here. In number 3. So I can now click number 3. I can do this. Place it down. And it's built. Now it wants me to build a couple of other bits and pieces. It wants me to build 4 solar panels. It wants me to do a few things. Now, each thing requires power and everything's going to require water. So it wants us to build a workshop. Again, I'm going to find out where to place that guy first because I think it's probably the smartest move for me. So again, with our water thing there, I don't know whether to go down the hill or up the hill. Maybe down. Walking down the hill. Okay, so again, that's a good spot. Cool. So it's built it, and then it's going to want us... We need to put an iris on that eventually, but... It wants a basic rock crusher, which is huge, by the way. And it wants 4 solar panels. So we've got a couple of these medium ones. I've only picked up the one, didn't I? So I will run back and get the other one. But let's... Oh, no, I've got 2 on me, sorry. Let's do this. Let's grab... The power connection for this guy over here is... this side. Okay. What I want... Each of these large solar panels produce about 30... I don't know, I forget whether it's kilowatts or what, but it's about 30. So let's pop one of these... Oh, come on. Come on. Hello. There. There we go. Okay, so there's a solar panel. It wants us to put 4 down, by the way. So what I did when I was just sort of playing through with how to get things working, I popped 2 down to run... 2 down to run these basic things, and then 2 down to run the workshop. So let's just run back over here and grab a couple of things that we're going to need. Again, these crates on the floor. And eventually we will pull whatever we can out of this capsule. Alright, so I am going to need that guy. A battery pack. Let's go to the other solar panels. Greenhouse. And small rock crusher is definitely good. How much room have we got? 1 more spot. Let's put solar panel there. I swear I had another solar panel. So there was 4 when I played. Anyway, that's cool. Alright. I don't think it's in here. Pretty sure it's not in here. And we got lots of materials we can carry. Okay. Alright. Oh, get off. Stuck. It's a bummer if I don't have that 4th solar panel. I'm guessing that was just whatever thing I started with. That's okay. We can always build some more materials. So number 3. Again, that's a little difficult. I kind of want this over here because you can't build medium solar panels from the get-go. You can only have to unlock the tech, I think. So let's pop this one here. What do we got left? Solar panels. Do I have any more? Let's build the small rock crusher. Okay, so number 3. It's a big unit, by the way. And as I said, it needs a fair bit of power. So let's work on if we can get it around here somewhere. I'm not 100% sure how to rotate some of these buildings either. Some of them don't place down the way I think they should. Okay, I'm going to need first aid kit. No. A transformer is definitely needed for each of these. So I'll probably need 2. So let's do that. We'll put a transformer, and you can see the direction of travel. And again, I don't know how to rotate this guy. Yeah. So I'm going to pop him there for the moment. And then we're going to grab number 1 for cables. We're going to plug one end in here. And the other end... Hello? Hello? Where's the other end? Wow. Let's pick this one back up because it's being a bit weird. Try again. There's the other end. We need to take this and plug it in here. Now you got to be careful when you're running the cables because if you just run around and around, it uses this 960 something number that you've got by the distance that you're traveling. So again, when I was testing the game out, I accidentally was looking. Oh, I didn't accidentally. I was looking for the plug for the workshop, and I ended up doing like almost a loop of the workshop, and then turned around and this cable's following me around the workshop. But this is cool. So we've got some power going into this guy, and if we look on the screen, you can see we're bringing in 60 kilowatts. And then we can output on the other side of this. Now this guy here, he requires 5 power, and he's actually working, I believe. But we can make him work better, I think, if we give it more power. So it's currently supplying 5 kilowatts. It's using 5 kilowatts. We can plug it in. So this guy. Nice. And then we can see that if we come over here, it's got its own solar panel, so don't get me wrong. I think maybe it is only going to use the 5. So maybe it doesn't need power. Maybe I don't have it turned on properly. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't need 30 kilowatt, that's for sure. Maybe I don't need power on that. Anyway. The other thing that needs power is this rock crusher guy. Nice. And that's, again, up this platform. You can see which way the cable follows me around. See? Alright, so this has got power. Maybe not. So that output requires power. And you can change what goes where, right? So I'll just put it all to this thing at the moment. And maybe we just give this a little bit of a boost. Cool. So yeah, just one way of putting things together. Now, obviously, as I said before, there are other ways of building things, and that is by using your blueprints. Now, we want electricity. I can't do this one at the moment because I don't have a thing for it, but I can make a small solar panel. So let's just pop a small solar panel down. Again, I'm going to bring it over here, actually. Okay, because I need to build it. So pop this guy down, and that gives us a blueprint. So then I need this tool. 3. So we push number 3 to bring the tool out, and then we can, using the materials in our inventory, it will build the item. Cool. Okay. So what I need to do now is potentially make another one of, that's B for build, by the way, another transformer. So that's good. And then we'll use number 3 again, and we'll build the transformer. Again, it's using items from our inventory. And then we need to connect cables up. One there. And these things only put out 10, I think it is. And this one. Oh, that's not what I wanted. And you can see it's grey, and then you plug it in, and it turns yellow, and the other end turns blue. Color coding, everyone. Cool. So this should now have about 40 coming in. 35, sorry, they're 5 each. Now, I don't think the crusher needs more than 30, and that water pump seems to be doing all right on its own. So let's just pop up here. I'm going to unplug this and then plug it back in to satisfy the quest. You need what? No, don't do that. What do you need? 10. It only needs 10? Well, you know what? Check this out. If I go to number 5, I can come up here and take this. I probably can't rebuild it now, right? Actually, probably was quite silly of me. Yep, no, I can't rebuild that now. Fantastic. Anyway, so what I should have done was try to pick that up. Oh well, my bad. But I got the materials back from it, which again isn't super helpful, but we got these motors. Okay, it wants me to supply electricity to the workshop. Let's just go and do that. That was really daft of me. I need more than one 30-watt panel, to be honest. Cool, let's open this socket and we will plug in power to the workshop. Cool. So it now wants us to build a couple of other things. It wants us to build an airlock, it wants us to build a workshop printer, CO2 scrubber, and small hydroponic shelves. Now, if you remembered from what all the stuff over here on the ground, a lot of that stuff's over here. Well, a portion of that stuff is over here. Let's get it. So, pretty sure there was an iris. That's a battery pack. That's cool. Greenhouse. Composter. CO2 scrubber. Yeah, definitely gives you a random assortment of stuff. I don't think there's anything else I need in here right at this very second. Get out of the thing. Actually, can I? No, it's cool. I was going to grind it up. Let's head on down here. So it wants us to build an airlock and a workshop printer, CO2 scrubber, and the hydroponic cell. So if I do what do I got? It's first aid kit. We've got the CO2 scrubber, the airlock iris. So let's put the iris up here. Cool, and do a number 2 and say I want an iris right there. While I'm at it, let me go back to inventory and pop this here. Apparently I had 2 irises. Cool, good to know. Number 2 is the output of this water. Cool. I'll run the water over here. Here we go. Alright, let's head inside here. Now, this actually needs 10 at the moment. What have we got producing here? Cool, let's give everything to the room. And that's the other thing. I probably should go and get the battery pack. Ugh. Because we're not going to have any power at night, which is unfortunate. I do need power at night. So let's do this now before I run out of time. It's currently 5 o'clock at night. It does get cold. So we have a lot of things affecting us. You can see down the bottom, you've got health and stamina, hunger, hydration, and suit oxygen. So there are obviously rations and stuff that you can eat. There's oxygen. I can right click here and consume that. I can right click and consume some food, and again consume some water, and you'll see our meters have gone up a little bit now. The hunger one doesn't go up anywhere near as much as what you think it should, well, from my experience anyway. How much space do I have? I've got 2 spots. What else should I grab here? Composter. Yeah, like I'll just leave that for now. I have managed to sleep in that thing, but I think oh, come on, game. What are you doing to me? I think a battery would be a good idea at the moment. So again, I'm using stamina by running, just holding down shift. Standard sort of first-person shooter controls. Let's really quickly hit B for build and battery pack. Now that's probably a good place. Let's do our number 3. That there, which is cool. Let's grab that away and let's take this cable. Nice, and let's get another cable and go 1 here and the other end in there, and then this side. There we go. Socket. And we're not going to generate a lot of power now because the day is almost done, but at least if we get it hooked up and going, we can do like power out at whatever it is. We've got 35 coming in. I don't know, put it to whatever coming out. 60's fine. Coming night time. Again, not ideal. That's not going to have held much power. Jump up in here. Ooh. Let's open this and get inside. Okay. So we're now inside our little habitat. It's a nice -5 degrees in here. Well, it's getting up instead of what it was outside. Let's build. I've got a 3D printer. Cool. So number 2. We'll pop the printer here. The CO2 scrubber. Oh look, I had a battery pack on me. Derp. And do I have... I don't. I've got a plant's crate. I don't know whether I can pop the iris from the inside. Doesn't look like it. Number 2. Okay, so here's our CO2 scrubber. Then we're going to go B and food. Seed modification. A small hydroponic shelf. Living, main hab. Okay, so here's a small hydroponic shelf. Let's pop that there and go number 3. And let's build it. Load. Like, there we go. Cool. So it wants us to hold tab to read the message. No more missions. So pretty much that's kind of the end of the demo that I've found so far. Each of these areas seem to have a points system. I don't actually know how this works yet. I haven't quite understood all of it, but I've got 4 points in electricity here, so I can actually make a workbench. It's 1 point. Did that work? I think I can... Industrial energy converters. Lithium ion batteries. Cool. Don't think there's any way of dragging things around. So these are all done. And maybe there's more tech later. But this will give us the ability to make other items in terms of power. We can now make a transformer upgrade, battery pack upgrade. Can't make medium solar panels yet though. But yeah, so there's lots of different things to do here. Is that one the workbench? And we can make one of them. Cool. There we go, we got a workbench. Don't know what the workbench does. Looks like we can repair things and... Okay, we can do some like soldering, depending on where you live. Yeah, interesting. Okay. One more thing I want to build, because I'm going to need it, and I may as well just do it now. Does it show a... can't even make the bed yet. Goodness me. Materials. Mechanics. This one's under construction. Base biology, no. So... if I hover over this, these are just the items you can make, right? Okay, so mechanics, just tools. Surely something for bed. Maybe it's an unlock later on. I don't know. Don't have any robots. Unfortunate. I thought we would get a... Let's put this here. No power, right? So we're without power. Temperature's going to drop pretty quickly. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to open this. And I push F to bring up my light. Somewhere over here is the capsule. I'm actually going to sleep in the capsule. It's not ideal. But I'm going to sleep until about 8 AM tomorrow, 9 AM tomorrow. You can only do that when you've got enough food and enough water. So let's hop back in the capsule. I'm going to close the door. Cool. It's going to keep a lot of the cold completely out. And I'm going to use a bed, or use a chair here. And I'm going to go through, as I said, till about 9 AM. Can't sleep in a chair for more than 8 hours. Cool. Well, can I have 8 hours then? It's an 8. Yep. So, since when has 8 hours been 7 hours? Weird. Yeah, we're incoming cold. I think we can actually power up this to, yeah, low temperature warning. V to change your view. I want to sleep till... You can't do it in one hit, but you can do multiple sleeps. Go figure. I did say this is a beta, right? So there's plenty of stuff that still needs to be worked out. I don't know what the temperature's like outside at the moment. I'm going to grab that. Sorry, close this down. Grab a seed magazine. We don't need it yet. Cool. So I think you can get the basic idea. Let's pop this open. I don't know how cold it is outside. -37. Pretty cold. Again, there's a few things we can do. Lots of different machines and that. Before we wrap up, really quickly. I mean, there's obviously other stuff we can do. We can grab our little jackhammer dude here and... guess there's a way of lining up stuff somehow. I don't know. I don't know that part. Not something I've tried yet, but let's get in our little buggy and go for a bit of a spin. Just so we can see... oh, what's this? Crane lift. Okay. Jump in. Cool. Let's go for a drive. I want to drive over behind the hab here. One of these things, if I can get there. Again, this is a first look video. We're not here to do a full out survival, so I'm gonna just go and check this building out over here. See whether something's going to attack me. I don't know if there's any sort of bad seed or, like a dangerous thing here apart from the atmosphere itself. First time I played, I just got onto the planet and I was trying out controls and stuff and I accidentally took my helmet off. That was it. Game over. The game is permadeath. Just so you're aware, straight up front. If you die, that's it. It's over. Done. So be aware of that when you're playing. Let's check this out. What do you got? So this is how we're meant to do irises, by the way, so you keep your pressure in. Oh, that's very cool. Look at all this stuff. I don't know if any of it works. Steel plate. Circle vent. Oop. Now I can turn that on or just spin it with my hand. Pretty cool. Let's check it out. Double irises everywhere. Probably using the right button. That's pretty cool. I am going to exit the building. Pretty sure the plastic curtains mean it goes outside. And you can see that you can build all sorts of different habitats. I don't know if I can then... Yes, you can only scrap it. Looks like, you know, something that's damaged this bad. Let's put those away. Yeah, so these aren't anything. And I guess the idea is here, you'd come over here with your saw and you'd cut these things down and collect the materials that's coming off. What are we getting? Some screws and engines and electronics and stuff. So you want more materials, you need more, you know, just come over to a nearby area and pick it up. And it looks like there's quite a few. Look out over there, out over that direction. So yeah, there's quite a few things here. I don't know whether this will do. Yeah, getting more electronics and bits and pieces. So again, things to collect up. I don't even know what this is actually scrapping. I'm getting things, steel plates and stuff. I don't know whether you can... I think a lot of this is just damaged and you're just really getting scrap from it. So that just got rid of whatever that tank was. But very cool, right? So go and check it out using the link down below. Occupy Mars, the game. And if you're interested, it should be out soon. I just says quarter one, sorry, 2023. Yeah, don't cut the rover up. It was silly. But yeah, check it out if you're interested. It looks like a pretty cool game. Put that away. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Leave those comments down below. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.